What is going on, YouTube?
Welcome in.
Another episode of Raise Hail, Praise Dale podcast. No, we are not on repeat. Fortunately, the same cup guy 3 times in a row.
I'm okay with that.
I'm sure you are. Yeah, we got the Three-Peat to talk about. We got looking forward to Las Vegas. Finally get to see trucks on track again. A couple weeks without them. A little bit of new NASCAR news.
A little bit.
But before we get started, we'll go ahead and hit that intro.
Run it. All right, guys. Welcome into the Raise Hail, Praise Dale podcast. Like we said before, I'm JT Dallas.
I am Voodoo.
Yes, sir. Be sure to hit that subscribe button like the banner just said. We are all the way up to 121, so we got a couple of them this week. Sorry if you hear a screaming child in the background. The time change is affecting my house drastically.
I hope they do away with the doggone time change.
Bro, you and me both. It would definitely be a lot easier on my end. But come on. But we can go ahead and start with our post-race breakdown. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. Do you have any thing that's happened this week?
Not really anything. I've been sick the last few weeks, so it's been kind of boring. What can you do?
Yeah. It's I'm gonna be 100%. It's not been the best week this week. We had a death in the family, so unfortunate, but everybody goes through it. So yeah, this week's been kind of busy between work and family stuff. But we're getting through it, and that's what matters.
Absolutely.
But that's all I've got right now, anyway.
I do got some fun stuff to look forward to this weekend.
Okay.
My cousin getting married this weekend. So
oh. Heck yeah.
Take part in that Friday and Saturday.
My sister is getting married in a couple weeks, so I get to be the photographer for her wedding.
I get to be groomsman for my cousin's wedding.
Well, her photographer had some family emergency come up, so she's not gonna be able to do it. And my sister is kind of freaking out because we found this out yesterday, and it's only 2 weeks until the wedding. So she was like, last minute, she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna." So my sister's a photographer, and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna set my stuff up, and I just need you to take pictures because you're somewhat decent at it." I was like, "Okay, thanks, I guess."
Somewhat decent.
Yeah. I mean, as you can tell from my webcam, I'm not the best, but
that's a different little.
Yeah. But I'll give it my best shot. Hopefully most of the pictures will come out the way she wants, so.
Hopefully you got them like center framed and stuff and not cutting them off or something.
I do know how to do that. I can take some pretty decent pictures, okay?
Well, we'll have to see about that, won't we?
But anywho, are you ready to talk about COTA? Not COTA.
Well, technically,
kind
yeah,
of
penalties.
COTA. Yeah.
Post-race breakdown is what we need to get to. That's what you're trying to say.
That's what my brain's trying to function.
All right. As you can see, we went back to the So the
The older
transitions.
school way of doing it. Yeah, just easier to run on our current setup. So, but
If anybody wants to donate a really awesome computer, that'd be
right.
2 of them would be best.
Speaking of donating, Austin Centric donated 50 points and 50 grand. Well, forcefully donated to Ty Dillon. Well, not to Ty Dillon, but because of him hooking Ty Dillon. To NASCAR, yes. What?
Why you turn the volume down? You're muted.
Because I didn't want it to blast really loud and pick up on the microphone. I love you. See you in the morning.
On a different note, Austin Centric donated points and money. Well, Kyle Larson donated a tire and his front tire changer and a jackman. So that wheel coming loose on track. Got his front tire changer and jackman, a 2-race suspension.
Shelves. He didn't move his desk. He
Well, listen, but why is it like a corner now? And
It's always been a corner.
No.
Oh my lord, my wife's having
literally
a
always
crisis.
been a corner.
Yeah, he said it's literally always been a corner. Maybe you just haven't noticed.
Jeez.
But anyway, Chase, on a better news, Chase Briscoe's penalty has been overturned. He won his appeal.
Especially after the race he had this past weekend.
Yeah.
Really helps out.
I don't know. It's been like that for as long as we've been done this podcast.
No, like he went straight on. Correct.
No. It's been that setup.
I just face straight on to the camera.
Go ahead.
Corner of the
She
room.
does not trust us.
Oh, well.
Anyway.
You can ask my wife if you'd like to.
Where's his NASCAR cup? Like
his NASCAR cup.
he's supposed to
The one that we got
Apparently
signed?
you're supposed to have...
You have your cup.
No, she's just talking about in general, because I keep this cup around.
Oh.
It's my daily use cup.
The one that we got signed is top.
My one that we got signs over there, I clear coated it so the
It did not.
signatures will
It's
stay.
all the way up.
Well, nobody touches this one, but I went ahead and clear coated it anyway, just in case.
Okay.
Maybe one day, when either we move down there or you move up here, we'll have a desk where we can set our cups on.
I don't see me moving to Oklahoma anytime soon.
Why not? You don't like staring at cows all day?
I could do that here. I got a big old field of cows like literally right around the corner.
You would have a pet cow.
Cows and crackheads, that's what we got.
Same here.
See, it's like we're in the same state already.
Right.
All right, so we talked about Phoenix Raceway for the Xfinity GovX 200. The big purse was $1,651,939.
So before you
I would be
continue, I've
happy.
noticed something.
What's that?
Seems like every race, like all 4 races have had, well, except for Daytona 500, obviously. All the rest of the races have like had the same purse. I haven't had to change it for 3 weeks.
I gotta do everything for you. This is ridiculous.
I wonder if they're like divvying it up equally, all the races now.
Possibly. Don't know.
I apologize ahead of time for me coughing so much, but I'm trying to get rid of the cough.
Okay, hang on. Sorry, guys. Fia, go take this to mommy. Fia, take this to mommy. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Take my cup to mommy. All right, sorry, guys. So yeah, Alex Bowman got the pole. And there was nobody that did not qualify, so you know, not too bad. You want to go over the rear or to the rear?
Go over whose rear? Haha, just kidding. So you had 3 cars go to the back. William Sawalich in the 18 went to the back for unapproved adjustments. Then Ryan Sieg in the 39 followed him back there in the backup car. And old Matt DiBurrito, 99,
Yes, sir.
had an engine change, forced him to start in the back.
Big oof.
Yeah.
Stage 1 was taken by Alex Bowman. Justin Allgaier took stage 2. And for that rough finish between Eric Amarola and Alex Bowman, where Amarola put Bowman in the wall.
Yeah.
Amarola come out on top.
Barely.
Yeah. It
So
was
that's all you need.
Photo finish. And, yep, I'm not going to get too far into it. But the lineup, I'll let you go ahead and do the lineup.
Well, he already mentioned the top 2. Mr. Eric Almirola took the win. Alex Bowman, while dominating most of the race, finished in second. Brandon Jones in the 20 and third, and then rounding out your top 5 would be the 39 of Ryan Sieg and the 7 of Justin Allgaier.
Yes, sure. In 6th, you had Taylor Gray in that 54 car. Sam Mayer in the 41 came in 7th. Christian Edkis in the 16 came in 8th. 9th was the 2 of Jesse Love, and 10th was Nick Sanchez in that 48 machine. The Xfinity fastest lap went to Justin Allgaier on lap 102, running a stunning 28.022.
Barely, well, just about exactly a second slower Cup Series fastest lap. Crazy.
Yep. It is crazy.
Uh-oh.
I'll let you, since I took most of Xfinity, I'll let you do most of the Cup.
All right, that's fine. We'll flip over to the Shriners Children's 500.
Go.
Obviously at
Blanky.
Phoenix. The purse is exactly the same as last week. $11,055,250. Not too shabby. Your poll.
No, sir.
Your poll went to the other Hendrick guy, Mr. William Byron in the 24.
Willie B.
Only had 37 cars show up, so obviously huge because 40 spots. One guy to the rear for unapproved adjustments. That'd be Mr. Michael McDowell, 71.
Yes, sir. And then, of course, we've got the Stage 1 winner of William Byron. Stage 2 is my boy O.C. Bell. And of course, for the back-to-back-to-back win, he got O.C. Bell, followed by Denny Hamlin in 2nd, Kyle Larson in 3rd, Josh Berry in 4th, and Chris Buescher in 5th.
So a cool little note for Wood Brothers Racing there. That's the first time that they've started in the top 5 and finished in the top 5 in a single race.
Dang.
Pretty cool for them.
Especially for 75 years.
Yeah. Josh Berry's bringing some momentum to that team there.
I feel like he was a good pick.
Yeah. I feel like he would have done good in whatever car he got thrown into, though.
Very true. I can see Josh Berry being a future, that was really close, a future championship driver.
So rounding out your top 10, starting in 6th place will be Mr. Willie B in the 24 car. Alex Bowman in the 48, so not quite as well, although still 2 top 10s in a weekend. Not bad. Kyle Busch got himself another top 10, finishing in his car numbers position. And then running out your top 10 be the 38 of Zane Smith and the 9 of Chase Elliott. Got your Xfinity fastest lap, Mr. Michael McDowell again. I think this is the 2nd time getting it. All the way on lap.
Well, you could get it on the last lap.
Right. Well, I think he'd rather the win than the fastest lap, but you know.
Well, you know what I meant.
Why does it sound like you got a piggy over there? And would explain it. All right, but lap 274 is when Michael McDowell took that fastest lap, and it's a 27.02. Like I said, just about a second faster.
That's fast.
Cool little note, Mr. Christopher Bell here. It's the first time in Cup Series history that 3 of the first 4 races of the season have been decided by a last lap.
That's crazy.
Pretty
Breaking records, homie.
tired of seeing it.
Do you think he's got a chance at Vegas?
I mean, it's possible. He's on a roll right now, so.
He's on a very big roll. I would love to see him break the 4 race.
And nobody's ever done 4 in a row.
Record.
Well,
Nope.
moving on to our rookies. Either one
Yes,
did very well this
sir.
weekend.
Mine did not.
Why is this good? You and that dang piggy.
Listen, I'm gonna get one of these for the podcast. Okay, we're gonna make a sticker and everything. Because they're. This is my dog's favorite toy.
Seems like it's your favorite toy.
Anyway,
So-
I'm gonna cover Riley Herbst today.
Oh, you got
You
covered
cover
by
SVG.
rookie.
We'll switch it up. Yeah, we'll switch it up. Riley Herbst started 18th and finished a whopping 37th. He's currently 27th in standings with 61 points, so not a great day for Riley Herbst. I think he got collected in an early wreck. I think it was the one on lap 10, if I remember right.
Yeah. And he lucked out and I guess got taken out in that instead of a brake rotor busting and taking him out like his teammates later on in the
That's
race.
fair. That is very fair.
But SVG didn't last
Speaking
too
of-
much longer.
Yep.
He started way back in 29th and fell back a couple spots to 31st because I think the next wreck that came out he got collected up in.
On lap 90, I think 90, 99, something like that. Yep, he got collected. It was the same wreck that collected. What is her name?
Leg.
Yeah, Catherine. I don't know why I couldn't remember Catherine.
I don't know how
Yes.
you could say that it collected her when she was the one that started it, but technicality.
Well, technicalities. Yeah, because that's also the one that caught Suarez up. And
yeah.
Anyway.
But he is 22nd in points, so he's ahead of my rookie now with a whopping 69 points.
And if you like counting points, you should join our NASCAR Fantasy, where you can make your own picks. And if you finish first at the end of the season, you will be awarded a 164th diecast from the Lionel Race Shop from us to you. So be sure to jump on that. That's NASCAR.com and go to the fantasy tab. Join Raise Hale. That's HALE. Praise Dale Podcast. It has to say podcaster. It's not ours. Password is all lowercase RHPD2024. I caught our VIP braid in there last week, I think. Last week or the week before. So it was good to have him in there.
I was doing great until those wrecks started taking people out.
Well, I was super busy this weekend, and I didn't get to change my drivers, so I did terrible.
Yay! Oh, sorry. Not supposed to celebrate that.
The voices in my head are they're glad that they beat you.
Yeah. Still early in the season, don't worry. Using up all your good drivers now.
What's the word? I'm convinced that Trash Can's cheating. So
Probably.
he's got the playbook.
He's got
But anyway, if you guys want to go check that out, be awesome. But until later, let's go to our RHPD Motorsports. Did Fia just fall? All right, guys. So if you guys are new to the channel, what we've done here is probably should scoot over just a little bit.
Continuance of our 25 subscriber Elio.
Yeah, so sorry. I was talking to my wife. Anyway. Anyway,
supposedly
what this is,
one. I don't know.
Supposedly. What this is for our 25 subscriber special, we made a race team. And we've carried that on, but this time we've kind of split it in half where he picks 2 drivers on the team and I pick 2 drivers on the team. And one of our drivers is looking pretty dang good. We actually have a pretty good team, minus one of my picks, but
yeah.
At the end of the season, we're going to tally up all our points and see where we stand in the teams as far as point wise, which last year we did pretty dang good. I don't think
we also
didn't take the championship, but we did also cheat. Just a little. But anyway, I'll let you go ahead and start her up.
Yeah. So my 2 are Carson Husvar and Tyler Reddick at the 37 and the 73. Take that filter off.
Your car's changing colors.
Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, so Carson Husvar in my Mountain Dew 37, Tyler Reddick in the Ally 73. Might have to pick some new sponsors here soon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was literally just thinking that, like maybe we might update our sponsors and do a reveal or something.
They both have 4 starts. They both have at least one top 5, one top 10. One's got a pole, one doesn't. But anyways, Carson Husvar this weekend started 3rd and got collected up in that early wreck on like lap 10 or whatever. Finished 36th. He's currently 18th in the standings with 77 points. And then Tyler Reddick started 9th, finished 20th, and is currently sitting 3rd in points, 143 points.
Yes, sir. And I have the 55 and 56 cars. I have Cole Custer in that Bass Pro Shop tracker car, who has 4 starts, and that's about it. He's not doing so hot. Man, we might have to look at some mid-season trades or something. Because he started 23rd. I know. We started 23rd, finished 32nd, and we are currently 35th in points with 36 points. My other guy, however, has apparently been the pick of the season because he has 4 starts, 1 stage win, 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and 3 race wins. He's currently sitting 2nd in points at 152, which I don't know how
trash can cheating.
Bro, I don't know how you get 3 wins back to back and still sitting 2nd in points. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, how did he do at Daytona?
Let's not talk about Daytona. That doesn't matter. Okay?
It does, technically.
It doesn't matter. No. You should get more points for winning a race than you should.
Fritz, no, race wins are not also stage wins. They're not, only stage 1 and 2 count for stage wins.
I will be right back.
All right. I guess. Yeah, but stage 3 doesn't count. Well, stage 4 for Coke 600 does not count as a stage win technically for statistical purposes. So, that is our RHPD segment. It is the final stage, but I don't know why NASCAR doesn't count it as a, because you're not awarded stage points during that third and final stage. So I think that's why it's not technically dictated as the stage win. Kind of confusing, but anywho's gonna move forward to our trackside trends. We can talk about the new stuff going on inside the NASCAR world. All right. So, first things first, looking forward to Las Vegas this weekend. They have made an announcement that Chris Powell was already announced that he was going to be retiring, which is the GM of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Well, after this weekend is when he's going to retire, and Patrick Lindsay has been mentioned as the new GM after this weekend takes place. He was the executive director of the PGA Tour event in Las Vegas since 2015. Once again, I apologize for all the coughing.
You should be sorry. The only thing that I'm a little worried about is golf's a lot different than NASCAR. I hope that he is up to the task of getting all the haulers and driver appearances and all that good stuff, which I'm sure NASCAR will help him, but at the same time,
I'm pretty sure he has like a transition period with Powell too.
Yeah.
Probably gets to see how it's done this weekend before he takes over.
Maybe, hopefully. But moving on to some team changes. Cody McKenzie moves from Big Machine Racing, where he served as the race engineer for the 48 Chevy, and Parker Kligerman last season. He will now serve as the crew chief for Blaine Perkins, who comes off of the top 10 finish at the Coda. So, pretty big change there.
You sure that went to effect this past weekend?
Yep.
Moving forward to some Legacy Motor Club news. Dean Kessel, he played a major role in Sprint's NASCAR sponsorship back in the day and guided the Lowe's sponsorship, if you're familiar with that, and Jimmy Johnson.
Is Lowe's coming back?
Connecting it with Jimmy and naming Charlotte's Motor Speedway.
Please tell me Lowe's
so he was
back.
part of that whole thing. Well, he is now the chief marketing officer of Legacy Motor Club.
Please tell me Lowe's is coming back. Oh, please. I don't care if it's just like a one-time thing. I need another Lowe's car in my life.
Well,
oh, man.
Maybe. I haven't seen Lowe's since they left.
I know, 2016, wasn't it? I think that's when they ran Lowe's last.
2016.
It was either 2016 or 2015.
That's right, because he did 2
he took his last championship. Yeah. I'm ready to see a Lowe's car on track again, preferably Jimmy's Lowe's car. Hit some old school Hendrick scenes, and then he can go,
I'm Jimmy Johnson. Boom,
Betty. Yes.
I'm ready to see stuff like that again. I'm ready to go into Lowe's and see the NASCAR shopping carts. I better quit amping myself
4 and 8
up
backwards.
Right? I better quit amping myself up because I'm going to get butt hurt when it doesn't happen.
Right.
I'd even be okay with Home Depot. Or Ace, something like that. Like,
I don't know.
I'd prefer Lowe's.
Jimmy, it's got to be Lowe's.
I'm not saying I wouldn't prefer Lowe's.
Anyways, let's we talked about a GM change for Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Now let's talk about the race weekend. The tires. Let's hit that race day horizon.
Yes, sir. So we're talking about Las Vegas Motor Speedway. which will be starting. The race weekend will start, of course, Friday, March 14th at 3:35 p.m. The track practice and qualifying will be on FS2. 6:05 will be Xfinity qualifying on the CW app. And the truck race starts at 9 p.m. The EcoSave 200 will be on FS1. The first stage will be 30 laps. The second stage will be 30 laps. And the last stage will be... hang on, sorry. My Windows decided to pop up a annoying... Hey, your computer needs to update.
Yeah,
right
always
on
at
top of my
convenient
notes.
times.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, that's a grand total of 134 laps. So.
Yeah. In response to Mr. Prince, he said Chris Bell and Kyle get a shot at each other in their sprint cars this weekend. And he thinks Bell has a shot at finishing higher than Kyle. What are your thoughts?
Well, judging by the performance from the at the Tulsa Shootout and the Chili Bowl this year, I definitely think Bell would be the safer pick because Busch didn't really do that much. Honestly, I think, and I'm not saying this to be rude, but I think Braxton would be more of a challenge to Bell than Busch is this year. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that to be rude. I genuinely mean that because, I mean, Busch, he seems to be slipping as much as I hate to say it. I was really hoping Busch. He did get a top 10, and I'm not counting that out. But at the same time, like, I would love to see him win. I thought he had Coda for sure, and then he busted out. Not saying that I'm not happy. Larson, it'd be a close one between Larson and Bell.
And technically, Larson did perform.
Larson did beat Bell out. Yeah, that's what I was about to. Yeah, so I mean, I get it. So that's just my opinions on it.
Moving on to Saturday. You got your Cup practice and qualifying on Prime at 1:35 in the afternoon. And then you get to prepare for the Xfinity race on the CW at 4 o'clock with NASCAR Countdown. And then a short half hour later, you got the Liuna,
yeah.
The Xfinity race on the CW. First and second stage are both 45 laps, and your final stage is 110 laps for a whopping 200 even laps. As long as there's no overtime.
Yes, sir. And on
Sunday! Hang on, baby Jesus, this is gonna get bumpy.
On Sunday, March 16th on FS1, NASCAR race day starts at 2 o'clock, and the Cup race, the Pennzoil 400, starts at 3:30 p.m. The first stage will be 80 laps, the second stage 85, and the last 102, giving a grand total of 267 laps. We've got quite a few entries. Of course, there's not any entry list that's more than the track's able to handle, so there will be no D&Qs next week. Who do you have for this race? What's your predictions?
I actually have not looked at this yet. So what I'm going to do, quick, based on current performance, it would seem like Willie B or Christopher Bell would be the picks. But, see if we can figure out somebody else to take it from Christopher Bell.
Man, I've got a guy that would make you kind of happy because he's on your RHPD list. That I think he might have a pretty good shot at taking it.
Really? Maybe Mr. Tyler Reddick, you thinking?
It would be. That would definitely, uh-oh. My camera's messing up.
Froze up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ross Chastain has the best average finish, but he hasn't exactly been doing the best.
Very true.
I know I've called it a race for him before, but he seems to be on pace, and I think he's way overdue for a win. I'm picking Kyle Busch again.
I would love to see Busch win. I really would. Just because I think it's been long enough. I mean, he's kind of learning that he's not as bad as he thought he was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as like, you get what I'm saying. Like as soon as he left Joe Gibbs, man, it just fell apart for him. Which I would much rather see him in that spot than I would Ty Gibbs. Honestly, I can't stand Ty Gibbs. But I definitely would like to see old Busch, take a win. I mean, it'd be really cool. But my pick's still Tyler
That would
Reddick.
help out my preseason picks for making the playoffs too.
Yeah,
Considering only 2 drivers have locked themselves in so far.
that is true. But I don't know. I really hoped he was going to win the 500, or not the 500, but Coda. I thought he had it on that one, which I think he had a pretty good finish in the 500. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's been too long ago. No,
Should position for him either.
but
We got some new sponsors. I didn't pull any of the pictures like I should have, but they're Bubba Wallace and Riley Earps both had theirs already revealed. But I'm
ready to see John Hunter Nemechek's. I might have to buy this one.
I already said I was going to. All right.
Yeah, Haley's just gonna have to deal with it. Hey, babe, can you come here? So I'm ready to see that one revealed. But anyway,
it hasn't been determined yet of what it looks like. Sure, they know. But, anyways, starting with Mr. Noah Gragson, he's going to have that Beefaroo car on the 4. We've seen it before. Pretty sure it'll probably pretty much be the
this is a new.
same
Don't
scheme.
say it out loud because I haven't revealed it yet. But that's gonna be a new sponsor. Yeah. Chris Buescher is running his Smiths and Dasani wine car.
I think Chris Buescher's the new Ricky Stenhouse on the paint scheme rotation.
I'm gonna have to buy that one.
So next up, Mr. Chase Briscoe. While it's not technically a new sponsor because it's Bass Pro Shops, but I'm expecting a new scheme because it's Bass Pro Shops Spring Fishing Classic.
Can I put what? Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Okay, so next we got
that one that Ross Chastain and them had with the fish on the side.
I hope so. That thing looked pretty good. Joey Logano is running a Pennzoil Ultra Platinum car, so we're could be the return of the gray and blue car from like 2015, 2014, somewhere in there.
They're Penske's paying their people to be that creative.
That's fair. I can hope. I did see this Bubba Wallace one though, and it looks pretty dang cool.
It's based off of the stealth bomber.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't looked at it, but it's basically like a dark gray with the bomber on the side of it and stuff. That looks pretty nice. Obviously he's going to be sponsored by the Air Force if you couldn't figure that out from the way we were talking.
It's not as nice as his A10 Warthog car, but it is
nothing as nice as that one.
I like guns that go
right.
Next on the list, we've got O'Reilly Earpst in his Sunny Delight car.
The exact same as all the rest of the Sunny D schemes that we've seen.
Yeah, but they are nice looking.
What I'm looking forward to, and my wife's going to be mad when I have to pre-order this.
Oh, yeah, mine too.
The 42 of Mr. John Hunter Nemechek is going to be sponsored none other Then by the Backstreet Boys.
Yes, sir. Mr. John Hunter's going to be singing, "You Are My Fire, the One."
As long as it gets to hold up that one, Grace, I'll be glad.
Right? Oh, Recce Spin Out is going to be sponsored by Real American Beer because he couldn't find a real American sponsor.
Well, apparently he did. Beer sponsor.
Apparently he did. So, I'm excited for the John Hunter one.
Me too.
It'll look really good in my 5-hour energy Eric Jones display.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
But anyway, we can roll on to S Cubed. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't show you the transitions.
I know. I'm so used to seeing the Well, I've seen the other ones. I just didn't see. This is the only one that I don't see, which is nuts. But yeah, so I'm just kind of guessing at the timeline. But anyway, S Cube, sorry, that threw me completely off. S Cube is brought to you by happyhourracing.com, the place where you can get all your NASCAR and F1 needs. They have cool stuff like t-shirts, die-cast hats. They were running some clearance stuff too when I was on there Thursday. I don't even remember what day I was on there. I was just running around looking at it. They got some pretty cool hats, some shirts. They got some old school Casey Kane stuff, some Chase Elliott stuff, just all kinds of different things.
I need them to get some more Jimmy Johnson stuff because I have all the die-casts already.
That's where I got my 7-time shirt, which I don't wear very often, obviously, but I got it through them, and it comes super fast. It was packaged perfect, great. But when you go there, use code RHPD to support the podcast with no extra cost to you. We just get a little bit off the top of whatever you're spending already. So we would definitely appreciate it if you go check them out and use our code. But moving on, I have the news scheme for this week, which your boy has a soft spot for certain schemes, and this is definitely one of them. I chose from our giveaway last season. All right. This scheme just is awesome. I don't care what you say about it. It's one of my favorite schemes. I love the name rail. If I could ever get a hold of the name rail, I would probably spend a lot of money for it. But so he didn't. We covered it kind of before. He didn't do so good. He started 23rd and got collected in a wreck and finished 32nd. So unfortunate, but hey, that's what it is.
Not the best of days for him.
Definitely not. But I still like the scheme. I'm surprised I don't have a die-cast of this yet, at least with his 00. This is the same Andy's custard scheme that he
I figured it was going to be the same exact
ran
one.
in Texas. I did too, which I'm happy about because it does look really good. Like, in my opinion, I like the old clip art ice cream, and it just looks great.
That'd be Mr. Cole Custer and his Andy's frozen custard scheme.
Yes, sir.
I had the historical one, so I didn't go too far back into the past, but I went back to the 2015 Food City 500. And then some static coming through.
That is weird, because I don't hear anything. It might be my mic. Hang on.
There we go. Gone. Alright. I was going crazy for a second. Anyways, 2015 Food City 500. I went with the number 18 of David Reagan. his Snickers Extreme car.
Reagan.
Pretty nice looking car there. That he ran at Bristol Motor Speedway. Started all the way up in 11th, and unfortunately, while he was still running at the end of the race, he finished 41st. He had some issues, went a bunch of laps down, because there were people that finished higher than him that got wrecked out of the race.
That sucks. That is such a good scheme, though.
It's pretty. Kyle Busch. So.
It definitely looks like the signature of Kyle Busch.
Can't zoom in. Pretty nifty.
It's okay. It is pretty nifty, though.
Ew.
So my wife's gonna be mad at me because I just bought a Cole Custard car.
Uh-oh.
It was only like
$164.
Yeah. Well, you know, I know all the people that watch don't really know, but I mainly collect 164ths just for size, like, you know, just it's easier to store them, and I don't know.
I mostly 24th. Couldn't tell.
But anywho, I mean, I have 124, so you can see back there that I've got a couple put up, but I mainly collect. Let's be honest, I collect anything that says NASCAR on it. But I mainly look for 164s, like when we go to the track and stuff like that.
One thing he doesn't collect though is lovely little helmets, right?
Until I get one, you're never gonna. Even if I get one, you're never gonna leave me. Let me live that down.
Probably not.
Oh my lord! Blasphemy! I tell you, blasphemy. Anyway, that does it for this episode. Do you have anything to add before we jump off of here?
Join the 121 other people and hit that subscribe button.
Yes, sir.
Go down into the description and click the link for not only our merch that's down there, but also the link to the video for the full Wrap It Up and Raise Hail Praise Dale collaboration episode on our Patreon.
Yes, sir.
There's a super expensive price of free, so make sure you get signed up for that.
Yes, sir.
There's 4 more shorts that are coming out on YouTube Shorts this week, and then we'll talk about a date of just putting the episode straight onto YouTube. It's been on Patreon for at least a month now.
Yeah, it's been right at a month. We talked about eventually doing some paid content on our Patreon, so just be prepared for that. We will let you guys know when that happens, so you're not, unaware. But we also have a new Facebook page that you can go like, that we will be posting to. We've also got TikTok and X and Instagram, which we don't really mess too much with X or Instagram as far as podcast channels. It's mainly TikTok, Facebook, and like I said, we have that video on our Patreon, which we want to do some Patreon exclusives, maybe some Discord exclusives. I mean,
yeah,
just to get it out there and spread the Raise Hail Praise Dale word. My goal is to get as many subs as Wrap It Up does, because they are flying through their subs right now.
Yeah.
When we talked to them about a month and a half ago, they were at 400, and they're all the way almost at 1,000 now.
Insane.
So, yeah, but those guys are funny over there. If you guys have not watched any of their content, you should definitely go and check them out. They are hilarious.
I'm funny
Which
looking.
is what. Well, that's true. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Anyway, I hope to one day, be able to just pull sounds and stuff out of the hat like they can. But until then, we got what we got. And I'm looking forward to doing a whole heck of a lot more with it because, man, it does not feel like we've been doing this over a year.
It does not. It does not at all.
I know. I look back at last year and I'm like, dang, I went to Texas and Nashville last year and like had a whole blast. Got to meet a whole bunch of drivers, which is nuts. Just really cool. Got to go chill in a cabin for a week and have fun around Tennessee. We'll definitely have to do that again. Not necessarily Tennessee, but go.
Maybe a different part of Tennessee next time.
Maybe Bristol.
Yeah.
That'd be closer to me. Yeah, instead of a 12-hour, that makes it a 9-hour drive. So.
Hey.
Hey, it is what it is. But anyway, I guess since I had the new scheme this week, it's my turn to read us out.
It is.
Do you have any closing thoughts before I do that?
Appreciate Fritz for hanging around and chatting with us during the stream tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We like when guys jump in the chat with us and tell us their opinions. The only thing we ask is keep it up PG. We're trying to stay a family-friendly podcast. But we definitely love when you guys come in and chat with us about NASCAR and, giving you your guys' opinions and all that good stuff. We love it. We love it. But anything else?
No, that's all I got.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for riding shotgun with us on this episode of Raise Hell, Praise Dale. Remember, the checker flag might fall, but the excitement never ends. So until next time, keep the passion for racing burning and the pedal to the metal. This is Raise Hail, Praise Dale signing off.